In this video, I'm going to tell you about the Dark Depths event happening right now on Facebook and web. We're going to discuss the Phobos changes and my first thoughts about Phobos used in teams.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and in today's video, I want to quickly discuss the Dark Depths event that's happening right now in the browser version of the game. That's web and Facebook only. Briefly discuss the skins. We'll talk about the event itself, and then at the end, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Phobos rework and if I think it is worth anything. Just a quick reminder, I do have a skin sweepstakes happening every week. I do a skin giveaway on Sundays. All you have to do to win is be a subscriber, leave a comment on videos. I pick one at random and you might be a winner. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the Dark Depths skin. I've already done a first look on these a couple of days ago. I'll put the link to that video at the end of this video. Put it down in the description box below if you're curious what I feel about these three skins. Love them or hate them. You can check that video out and get how I feel about it. But whenever it comes to this event, this Dark Depths event, there are 7 tasks. It's a 3-day event, and I'm just going to roll the B-roll of the event in the background. And I do annotate the total rewards you can get for each quest tab. But it's very pirate themed. I'm a huge fan of pirates. Some of you don't know that, but I did go out and buy a pirate hat for the live streams the last couple of days. But the main rewards are these pirate chests, and they contain 5 Phobos, Satori, or Kark soulstones. Now, Phobos is relatively easy to get. You just get them from the campaign. Kark you get from the Tournament of the Elements vendor up in the Titan Valley area once you hit level 60. And Satori is actually pretty hard to get. So personally, I already have Kark and Satori at Absolute Star, so I'm using all of these chests on Phobos soulstones, but you might want to consider buying Satori or Kark if you're looking to build one of those teams and you're still missing a couple of their soulstones to get you there. Now, you also get a lot of other rewards like gold and skinstone chests. So even if you're not a fan of those 3 heroes, there is still something for you. And just real quick, here is a short little video of me opening up one of those pirate chests just to show you the 3 different soulstones that you can get access to. They're a lot of fun. Phobos is nice, but let's talk about Phobos. Let's talk about his improvements. So according to the official Facebook page, Phobos' skills deal more damage. That means that the equation that determines the total damage that each skill does has been increased by a little bit. I apologize. I'm not sure what it was before. I meant to write it down, but then I forgot. Maybe you can leave it down in the comment section down below if you know what it is. But Phobos overall does more damage. But the reason for this update that really matters, that we really care about, is that his first skill paralyzes an enemy with the highest physical attack. Now, why this is important is that before, it paralyzed a random enemy, and this one ability was one of the biggest reasons why nobody used Phobos at high-end player versus player. It was just too unreliable. Now you can use Phobos as sort of a anti-physical attack hero, kind of like you use Cornelius against certain high magic attack teams. You can use Cornelius against high intelligence heroes like Celeste or Lars or whoever. Phobos can be popped into your team to protect your team against Kira's, Kark's, Ginger, Ching Mao. Depends on who you're going up against, obviously. But on top of both of those things, Phobos also became an undead. And why that matters is there are some skills that Corvus and Morrigan have, those heroes that were just introduced at the beginning of the pandemic that we just went through or still going through. Those skills, some of those skills bolster undead heroes by a little bit. Shields, healing, bonus damage. So at first thought you'd want to stick Phobos in with the Corvus and Morrigan team if you're going to build a team around him. Now, how I feel about Phobos specifically, I am going to do a tier list discussion video on him tomorrow, Sunday, and give you my thoughts. But how does he compare to some of the quote-unquote meta teams with these changes? Now, I haven't really found a nice home for Phobos yet, and I'm going to roll some B-roll footage from the official Hero Wars live stream that happened on Friday in the background, just them putting various Phobos teams against other teams that you might see on different servers. This server in particular is, I believe, server 2 that they used some fights from. But what I feel as far as a first look on if Phobos is worth getting or not, to me, based on the testing that I've done so far, Phobos doesn't perform any better than a similarly used hero to counter a specific team. And let me explain what I mean by that. If, for example, you're going up against a Kira team, then you could use a Leon to slow down that damage, or a Corvus potentially to slow down that damage, even though I think Corvus is a very poor hero right now, a very poor tank indeed. If you're going up against a crit Kira team, then Helios just does a way better job of countering that team than Phobos does. If you're going up against the Twins or any other Magic team, Phobos is a non-factor. He does do some magic damage, but his paralyze, hitting the highest physical attack hero, there is still a hero on mage teams that have the highest physical attack, but it often ends up being the tank or the support if they're using like Sebastian or maybe a Nebula on that mage team. So it's still kind of unreliable to slow down enemy magic damage. I couldn't really find a great combination of heroes to use with Phobos to counter Kark teams. I did find a number of great teams to counter Kark teams, but it just seemed like the other heroes that I used to counter Kark are better choices. So right now, until I do some more testing, and I'm going to do some more testing over the weekend and over the next week, and we're going to do a Team Fight Tuesday video with Phobos as well. Right now, to me, Phobos does a great job at slowing down physical attacking teams, but there are other heroes that counter those teams better. Does that make sense? Pop in Helios against crit teams. Pop in Arachne against teams that have frontline damage like Kark or Qingmao. I don't know. I like where they're going with it, but I just don't know that it's enough. Maybe there's a Corvus and Morrigan Phobos team out there that we just don't know of yet. Still keeping my eyes open. If you have a great team that counters a lot of the meta on your server, please feel free to comment down below. I'd love to see it. I'd love to test it out on the stream later this week. A lot of people on Discord are talking about great opportunities to use Phobos, but I'm just not convinced yet. So with all that being said, please consider leaving a like on this video. The purpose of this video was to, for posterity to record the event in case an event like this happens in the future. And I do believe anytime that you introduce skins for heroes in the future, that this is the type of event that we're going to be seeing. With the Soulstone chests. I mean, we've already seen that with the Lars Krista Luther event a couple of weeks ago. The Soulstone chests, the Skinstone chests, a little bit of other resources as well. So let me know in the comments what you think about Phobos. Give me your team ideas. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.